let's talk about that 3K steeple. Um,
Do it.
Chad Nowak Instagrammed out a picture of him with elephants, but we have a tweet here.
Craig
This
Nowak,
was the initial
right?
tweet of sorry, not Craig Nowak, not Chad Nowak. The initial tweet was about Ahmed Jazir. I talked about this. I thought it was like, well, this is crazy. Steeplechase, NCAA leading 823 mark. And if you look at the
Yeah.
whole list of the marks, the Tin Man guys were there. Craig Nowak ran well. He won the race and all the 820s. And then a few days later, I actually got a text from a coach telling me, hey, those times don't count. And I was like, wait, what? And you can see this Instagram that Craig Nowak put out, him with elephants. Great choice of photo, right? Just you and the elephants. Apparently, the starting line was 60 meters to 80 meters short of where it actually should have been. Apparently, they repaved the track, and when they put down the line, they put it in the wrong spot. Man, that sucks. It sucks for multiple reasons because, one, it sucks because the times don't count. You're like, all right, that sucks. Two, it sucks because you were like lied to yourself. Like, because you came out of that race, be like, whoa, I'm an 820 steepler. When really you were like more like an 830 steepler, right? And it's like this weird feeling of like my worldview of my ability has just been flipped upside down because you had 48 hours of being like, I'm the shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't real. And it's like, and then you're like, well, would I have be able to run that fast if I would have had the right, because also your splits are all off then. So maybe there is that idea that like you don't push yourself as hard in the beginning part of the race because you felt like you were on a good pace. All that stuff. It's just a wild thing to happen.
How short did you say the coaches were saying it was?
60 to 80 meters.
60 to 80 meters. The other part of it is some of them could have run legitimate, even if they just kept going and ran the full distance, they were on pace to run solid efforts or at least get the qualifying times that they needed to get. And now they're going to have to worry about it and do it all over again because the entire thing is scrubbed. It's not like they're going to give them a conversion and say, okay, you ran 8:30. Well, we'll just add in a bunch of time and then you're still going to be in a good spot. Man, stuff goes sideways in the steeple a lot because you got the inside water jump, the outside water jump. Sometimes they don't put the barriers on. Were you at Portland Track Festival with me that year? The right height? So 1 year at Portland Track, I believe you were there. Do you remember this? They started the race, and I think they missed a barrier, or it was at the wrong height. And I believe it was Ben Bruce that noticed, and he yelled at everybody to stop so they could restart the race before they got too far along because he knew, hey, this whole thing won't count if we keep going. So they stopped the race and then restarted it. Also, there's crazy finishes like this one. Check out this finish. This was a good steeple finish for those of you watching. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, what are we looking at? I don't know what is this, a Baylor situation? What happened here?
This was Big 12 a couple of years ago. This is just this crazy.
No, that's not Big 12.
Crazy. Never mind. Baylor, I don't know what we're watching.
Yeah, I don't know what we're watching, but regardless, who cares? Yeah, I mean, steeple. You have the cone situation that happened. Remember when there was like cones misplaced at an ATL meet, and then the marks didn't count. Like you said, the Portland Track Festival where the barrier wasn't at the right height or the right spot. It just keeps. We can't get the steeplechase figured out. I think it's because it's not a uniform. It's not a uniform thing where like the hurdles is like they all go to the same place because the pit is different spots and it's different distance. The track is shaped weird. Steeple's weird, man.
Sometimes that starting line, and if you've only seen it at one track, you just assume that's where the steeple starting line is. Okay, it's about midway, a little bit closer to the 200-meter start. Yeah, down the backstretch, a little bit closer to the 200 start than where a 300 would start. But then you go to another track, and it's a completely different start. And the interior and exterior water pits have a huge influence on when they hit that first barrier. It's so many things to remember. And yeah, you got to get it right, but this is a tough break. I mean, I guess the only thing you can do is then post an Instagram with yourself with elephants at that point, correct?
Maybe it's like the elephant in the room was like, hey, he's not an 820 steepler yet. Maybe, I don't know, that's what it was. But hey,
I read the whole
I'm
thing.
excited for those guys to get another crack at it, to be able to show that they are in shape and fit, because again, 60 meters, what is that? 8 seconds? What is it?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe,
8 seconds.
and that's
So
what I'm saying. You'd
still like
almost want to
sub
be like
8:30.
negotiate with them. You want to negotiate with the NCAA and be like, listen, heck, add like 12 seconds to my time. I'll take it. Just make it so that way I have this qualifying time, because that's a long way to go without having anything to show for it.